If you're someone that is struggling with their diet at the minute, and by struggling with their diet, I mean someone that is not actually losing weight as they should be. So say for example, you're doing everything you feel like you're doing throughout the week. You're looking at the scale every check-in week and you're seeing nothing come off it whatsoever. I can almost guarantee you it's gonna be one of these three things. Now, as a natural competitive bodybuilder, and someone who used to weigh about 16 stone of fat about a decade ago, I've been through these periods of diets and stuff. And since those 10 years, I've been able to finally attune what went wrong and what went right with diets and periods of sort of lower calories and tricks and tips to try to get around it. So let's get into it. 3 things that are probably undoing your diet. I'm gonna give you it straight away here, and then I'm gonna explain each one and how to fix it. Okay, so the first one would be condiments and oils. The second one is going to be cheat days. And the third one is going to be your overall approach to exercise and steps. So first one with oils. So let's take an example. So when you're cooking your food, it's not good enough just to have a good meal, right? So if you have chicken salad or chips, or chips isn't really a good one. I don't know why I said chips. I don't know, chicken, rice, a salad, whatever your sort of go-to healthy meal is. Well, obviously that is going to be cooked in a certain way. Now, most people when they're cooking food, especially in a pan or anything, there's going to be some level of oil. So we have oils here. You look at the extra virgin olive oils, right? Now, don't get me started in sunflower and vegetable oil. If you're using those things, straight away, put them in the bin, all right? The best kind of oil you want to use is an extra virgin olive oil. However, they are also very high in calories. So a tablespoon, which is 15 grams. Now, I promise you, to adequately fill a pan of oil, if you just slightly glaze the pan, it's going to be more than this, but 15 grams is 135 calories. That's a lot. You do that every day for one meal, that's close to basically 1,000 calories in a week. So if your calorie deficit is 100 to 200 calories a day, and then at the end of that week you're hoping, okay, well look, that's put me in a 1,000 calorie deficit overall in an average of a week, that should lose me, you know, a couple of pounds. That's just undone it. Best rectification for this is switch to the 1 spray oils, 1 calorie spray oils when you need a few, or use an air fryer. Now, the air fryer, that's another fucking thing I need to get into. The air fryer, make sure you clean that thing out, because the air fryer, whatever you've cooked in it previously, especially if you're cooking things with the kids as well, because I've had it during prep here where I'm putting things in the air fryer, and then I've noticed that it's very greasy and oily, and I've then discovered that my missus has cooked the kids, you know, something in the air fryer, and all this sort of fat and grease naturally from the frozen food has came off into the air fryer. So make sure whatever you're in, you clean it, because if that gazes your whole food, you know, whatever left in that, again, that could be another 40 to 50 calories, you don't know. Now, condiments, sauces, and spices. Another thing, always read the back of the labels. Personally, during prep, I go for the Skinny Co-Food ones. Skinny Food Co. They're 0 calories. They're not exactly 0 calories, but a large serving is about 4 calories. Spices also have calories. And this is another thing that we don't really think about too much. I mean, take something as simple as Nando's peri peri salt. You think to yourself, well, that's just salt. Well, per 100 grams of the stuff, it's 162 calories. And again, 100 grams isn't actually all that amount. It's 70 grams in the whole thing. Now, it may only be 20 to 30 calories maybe every couple of meals you're eating this, but in a week that adds up. Spices aren't exactly calorie free. I see a lot of people trying to tell me that, oh, you know, at least spice your food, you know, be interesting with it. Yes, some spices have calories. Your salt and peppers and garlic and stuff are fine, but there's other heavy spices that do have calories. So like everything, get a weight scale, weigh the sauces. Okay, second one, cheat days. When I'm giving a client any sort of leg room when it comes to calories, like not everyone really is allowed that. If you're someone with, unfortunately, a very slow metabolism, you might not have the kind of wiggle room just to have these kind of approaches to a diet. Whereas, you know, you're having these sort of cheat meals or cheat days. A cheat day is definitely out of the question, right? A cheat day will undo every fucking little bit of work you've done. Is it really worth going a Saturday where you just eat a load of shit for it to undo 6 days prior to that where you've busted your balls in? Certainly not. Now, a cheat meal is certainly fine, and a cheat meal can be made. It could be a takeaway, but, you know, again, if you're someone that has that slow metabolism that can't really take, you know, eating, you know, that can't really take, you know, any day where the calories are slightly higher that you just put a lot of weight on, then you're gonna need to be very precise with your with your cheat meals, but you know, it can be something like a homemade burger, lean mince, sweet potato, a bap. Something like that there is not really considered a cheat meal. I mean, it's still a nutritious meal. Just try to reshape your mind around those things. Again, remember, if you have a cheat day, if you're going over 1,500 calories in that one day, that is just literally erasing every single bit of calorie deficit you've put yourself in every day. Because again, if you're in like a 300 calorie deficit daily, which is, you know, decent enough, add that up over the week. If you come to Saturday and you just undo that, what's the point? Last one is your overall approach to exercise and steps. So during prep at the minute, instead of having like assigned sort of like cardio sessions, it's more overall steps, right? So find what your baseline steps are. So if it's 8 to 10K a day, not every step is created equally, sure. Some are incline, some are decline, whatever. But that doesn't mean you need to get that done in one day. So the problem I see people when they're losing weight do is they go to like a cardio equipment machine, like a really aggressive rower or aggressive running or sprinting, when they don't enjoy that kind of cardio. I wouldn't be bothered doing that kind of cardio if I don't enjoy it. Now, I have my quandaries with running and sprinting. It's bad for the joints. It's also highly stressful. So in terms of recovery the next day, you're not gonna feel really properly recovered. It can really hit your stress hormones. And really overall, it could probably make you a lot more hungry than what you should be. So I would always just assign simple steady state cardio steps. Us bodybuilders, that's what we do. And the thing that confuses me is people maybe struggle with the weight and see people with sort of, you know, admirable physiques that they want to achieve. They always then go to fasting and running. I can promise you, these people with like the sort of amazing physiques that you may be admiring don't do fasting and running. In fact, as a competitive bodybuilder, getting in shape for stage, I can tell you I've never ran in my life. I fucking hate running. Okay, so how do we fix this? Take an approach of overall steps in a day. So say 10K steps. Now, the trick to that is, don't do it all in one setting. You could achieve your steps within 3 to 4 different segments throughout the day. So if you're a mum or you work in an office, you could get your kids up or leave the office for say 20 minutes, walk around the block a few times. Same thing a few hours later, same thing again. It may be the same amount of steps in the day, but it's requiring you more energy each time to get up and go. And usually with some client check-ins, you will find sometimes that if a client is stuck in a weight, just kind of telling them to sort of break their steps up into 3-4 different categories, the weights tend to shred off. And that's what I'm doing at the minute with my steps. Instead of me achieving them in one setting, I'm just breaking them apart into 3 to 4 different ones. Anyway, I hope those 3 have helped. I've done other videos relating this to summertime. I know people's dating. I did a video recently here on a fat pouch and before that on stretch marks and stuff. So plenty of video over in the channel. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and check it out if you like it. But until next time, I've been Card from the Ox Den. Oh, I can do that. I'll see you later.